Ladies and gentlemen, every day hands you two choices: rise to lead your life, or let life lead you. The moment your eyes open sets the rhythm for the hours to follow. If you master your morning, you master your destiny. When you rise before the world awakens, you step into a territory that belongs to few. It is a sacred ground where silence is your ally and distraction cannot find you. In those early hours, the noise of demands, messages, and obligations has not yet arrived. Your phone is quiet, the streets are calm, and the rush of the day has not yet begun. This stillness is not emptiness, it is power. It is the perfect stage for focus, for reflection, for creation. Think of it this way: the world spends its days pulling you in 1,000 directions. But in the early morning, nothing pulls. You alone decide where your energy flows. It is the time when your mind is most clear, uncluttered by interruptions, free from the opinions of others. The ideas that come to you in these hours are sharper, your thinking deeper, your vision stronger. This is the time to write, to plan, to imagine the future you demand of yourself. It is the time to rehearse success in your mind before you act it out in the world. Many people complain they do not have enough hours in the day. The truth is, the hours are there. They are simply hidden in the early morning, waiting for those disciplined enough to claim them. When you rise early, you claim not just extra time. You claim ownership of your life. You step ahead of the crowd. While others are still asleep, you are already building momentum, already stacking victories, already moving closer to the person you have chosen to become. The mind is like a battlefield, and the first moments after you wake are the deciding ground. If you rise late, you rise into chaos. Demands pour in from every direction. Emails, messages, obligations, the noise of the world telling you what to do, what to think, what to feel. By the time you take your first breath of the morning, you are already behind, already reacting instead of leading. You are no longer the commander. You have become the soldier, answering to someone else's orders. But when you rise early, you seize the advantage. You speak to your mind before the world gets a chance to whisper its doubts, fears, and urgencies. You tell yourself who you are, what you stand for, and what you will accomplish. You give your subconscious direct instructions. This is my mission. This is my day. This is my destiny. And when your subconscious accepts that command, the rest of the day bends to it. The mind, if left unattended, will wander into weakness, excuses, and hesitation. But the mind, when commanded, becomes a servant of your vision. The early hours are the throne room where you sit as ruler, not as subject. It is here that you write the script, and the rest of the day simply acts it out. Imagine the difference. One person wakes late, scrambling, already answering messages, already consumed by other people's urgencies. Another wakes early, centered, calm, declaring what the day will become before stepping into it. One is a follower of circumstance. The other is the architect of circumstance. Which one do you choose to be? Discipline is the invisible force that separates those who dream from those who achieve. It is not something you are born with. It is something you build, like a muscle. Every time you wake early, you are not just gaining an hour. You are strengthening the very fiber of your willpower. Each morning you choose to rise when it would be easier to sleep. You are proving to yourself that you can command your body, that you can command your habits, that you can command your life. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. The bed will whisper to you, stay a little longer. The pillow will argue, rest just a bit more. But every time you resist that call, you make your will stronger. The same discipline that pulls you out of bed before the sun is the same discipline that will carry you through challenges, keep you focused when others quit, and push you past obstacles that defeat the undisciplined. Think of discipline as a chain. Every morning you rise early, you add another link. With enough links, the chain becomes unbreakable. Then, no temptation, no setback, no distraction has the power to pull you off course. Waking early is not about the hour. It is about proving to yourself, day after day, that you can keep a promise to yourself. That promise is the foundation of confidence, of self-respect, of achievement. The strongest people are not the ones who never feel resistance. They are the ones who train themselves to act in spite of it. And where does that training begin? In the quiet struggle between the comfort of staying in bed and the discipline of rising to meet the day. Win that battle, and you prepare yourself to win far greater ones. The first nourishment of the day should not be food for the stomach, but food for the soul. Too many people rush from their bed straight into the noise of the world, checking messages, scrolling endlessly, consuming chaos before they consume clarity. And then they wonder why they feel scattered, drained, and powerless. The truth is, your spirit must be fed before your body, because it is your spirit that drives every action, every decision, every result that follows. In the quiet of the early morning, before the day makes its demands, you have a sacred opportunity. You can choose to fill your mind with wisdom, to reflect on your vision, to pray, to meditate, to visualize the life you are determined to create. This is the time to remind yourself of your purpose, to set your intentions, to anchor your thoughts in strength and faith. When you do this, you carry an inner power that no noise, no setback, and no challenge can take away from you. If you skip this step, you walk into the day spiritually starved. You may be fed in body, but you are empty in spirit. And when the first storm hits, you collapse because you have no reserves. But if you begin with spiritual nourishment, you walk into the storm already armed, already grounded, already certain of who you are and where you are going. The greatest victories in life are not won by the strongest body, but by the strongest spirit. That strength is built in the morning, in those private hours where you choose to align yourself with clarity, with gratitude, with vision. Feed your spirit first, and your body will follow with energy. Your mind will follow with focus, and your actions will follow with conviction. Success is not one giant leap. It is a series of small, consistent victories. The moment you rise early and defeat the temptation of sleep, you have already won your first battle of the day. That small win may seem insignificant, but it sets a powerful tone. It tells your mind, I am in control. I do not give in to weakness. I keep my word to myself. And from that point forward, the momentum builds. When you make your bed, you have another win. When you complete your morning exercise, another. When you take a few minutes to plan your day instead of letting the day scatter you, another. These small victories stack up, and soon they form a wall of confidence so strong that failure cannot easily break through. People often underestimate the power of these little wins, yet they are the very foundation of greatness. Think of an athlete training for a championship. They do not begin by lifting the heaviest weight or running the longest distance. They begin with small, disciplined actions, repeated every day, until strength compounds and excellence is inevitable. Your mornings are no different. Each win you claim is a brick laid in the structure of your destiny. The opposite is also true. If you start your day with defeat, hitting snooze, skipping preparation, rushing out the door, you carry that failure into the hours that follow. Defeat has a way of multiplying just as victory does. The difference is one leaves you weak, and the other leaves you unstoppable. The habit of winning early is not about perfection. It is about training your mind to expect victory, to seek it, to repeat it. Once your subconscious accepts that you are a person who wins, it will work tirelessly to make that belief real in every area of your life. And when you learn to win small, you will soon discover there is no limit to how big your victories can become. The way you begin the morning determines the rhythm of everything that follows. If your first hours are rushed, scattered, and chaotic, the rest of the day tends to echo that same disorder. But if your morning is calm, deliberate, and purposeful, you carry that power like armor into every challenge that comes your way. The morning is the foundation, and a strong foundation can hold up even the heaviest of burdens. To guard your morning is to treat it as sacred ground. It is not a time to be wasted on noise, gossip, or the endless scroll of meaningless distractions. It is the time to center yourself, to sharpen your mind, to strengthen your resolve. What you allow into your morning is what you allow into your life. If you invite weakness, distraction, or negativity, you will carry it all day. But if you fill those early hours with clarity, discipline, and focus, nothing the world throws at you will be able to shake your footing. Think of your morning as a shield. With it, the stress of the day may strike, but it cannot pierce you. Without it, even the smallest troubles can overwhelm you. When you guard your morning, you choose not to live on defense but on offense. You step into the day already prepared, already ahead, already anchored in strength. The greatest mistake people make is to treat the morning casually, as though it were just another part of the day. It is not. It is the seed of the day, and what you plant there will grow until nightfall. Plant carelessness, and you will reap frustration. Plant discipline and intention, and you will harvest progress, peace, and power. Guard your morning, and the day will guard you. Protect it fiercely, use it wisely, and it will reward you beyond measure. So I ask you tomorrow, when the alarm rings, will you surrender to the comfort of sleep, or will you rise to seize the power that belongs to those who dare? Wake up early. Start your day right. Build a life that cannot be ignored. Thank you.